Hello everyone, we're back playing the third match of the Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013 campaign versus Odric and his mono-white deck called Peacekeepers. This time I'm playing a direct spell damage deck for once in our lives, which is of course the Born of Flame red deck which was used by Chandra. So Odric is playing first. Let's take a look at this opening hand. We have two lands which are mountains, Torch Fiend, Fire Servant, Ruby Medallion, Searing Spear, and Chandra's Outrage. So we have damage, we have mana fixing, we have this guy who doubles our damage here and is a pretty good 4/3 creature on his own, an early drop creature, and some mana. So we're going to go ahead and keep it. Odric plays first. Let's see what he does. Plays a Plains, and ends his turn, which is good. I previously played as Odric's Peacekeepers deck, so as we have seen in the past, his deck is going to focus on getting a lot of creatures out on the field before we can do anything about it, and soon enough he'll just stamp all over us. This is good that he hasn't played anything on turn 1, because I know he has some very efficient 1 mana costing creatures, and I'm very glad he hasn't played them. So we're going to go ahead and play out a mountain and pass the turn because we don't have any 1-drops either. And we'll end our turn there. Plains comes into play. Main phase. Okay, here comes something. This is the Ring of Thune. It is an equipment, and the equipped creature has Vigilance at the beginning of your upkeep. Put a +1/+1 counter on equipped creature if it's white. So that's good. He's going to use that to make a creature or many creatures stronger, and they just get Vigilance, which means that they do not tap from attacking. Yeah, that's about it. That's Vigilance if I remember right. So we draw a mountain on our turn, and we're going to play it, and we're going to play an artifact of our own, which is the Ruby Medallion. Red spells we cast cost 1 colorless less. So that's going on the field right now. Okay, so I have a feeling that since we have 2 more mountains in our hand, a Medallion on the field, and this Fire Servant here, we'll be able to get him out pretty soon, and then we can go to town with direct damage with Searing Spear and Chandra's Outrage. So I feel pretty good right now, although overconfidence is the downfall of so many Magic games. So I'm not gonna say anything else. He just played a Plains and nothing else for his turn. We are going to play a Mountain. We drew a Pirate Charger. This has Haste. It's 2 red mana to play. It's a 1/1, but it also has Fire Breathing, which is great. It means we can pay red and increase its power. So we're going to play that, and we're going to pump it for 1, making it a 2/1. So let's go ahead and pump him. We'll go ahead and attack. Alright. First damage of the game. Let's see what happens. Damage resolves. First blood belongs to us. He's down to 18. And that's the end of our turn. Okie dokie. Nothing in his first main phase. How about his second? Fiend Hunter. Okay, I'm glad he played this now. So, when this enters the battlefield, he gets to exile another target creature, and we get that creature back when this guy leaves. So I'm actually glad he's using that now, because he's using it on a creature that I don't really care too much about, which is, of course, the Pirate Charger. I would be a bit more dismayed if he had played that on my Fire Servant, because I would like to use him for some shenanigans. So I like this. That's the end of his turn. Okay, we draw Flames of the Firebrand, which is great. We are going to play a Mountain. Now we have 4. And we basically have 5, because this lessens the cost of all of our red spells. So we are going to go ahead and play out the Fire Servant, and hopefully he won't have an answer to this. Okie dokie. We're tapped out mana-wise, and this is the end of our turn. Okay. Odric's turn. He will play Pacifism on it. So My Fire Servant can now no longer attack or block, which is fine. I really wasn't intending to use him as a fighter anyway, even though he has some formidable power and toughness. Okay, so what I am going to do on my turn is... Okay, so I drew Flame Slash, so that's 1 mana, and I can deal 4 damage to target creature. I could get back my Pyre Charger just right now if I wanted to do that. There's also a few other things I could play right now. I think what I'll do is Flame Slash the Fiend Hunter. So I'm going to slash the Fiend Hunter. I'm going to get my Charger back. Okay. I'm also going to Searing Spear him in the face. Instead of 3 damage, this is going to deal 6 damage because of Fire Servant's ability. If a red instant or sorcery spell you control would deal damage, it deals double that damage instead. So he's going to go and take 6. And then what I'll do is during combat, I will attack with Pyre Charger and pump him for 2. So we're going to attack and pump him up. Okay, he goes down to 9, which is really kind of surprising to me because I assumed he would be playing more creatures. He's really only played the Fiend Hunter so far, but here comes an Attended Knight. So, eating my words a little bit. This is a 3 casting cost creature. It's a 2/2 with First Strike, and when it enters the battlefield, it spawns a 1/1 white soldier creature token. So, it's a 2 for 1, and it's a pretty good creature alone. So there we go. Our turn. So what I'm going to do is, well, I drew another Torch Fiend. I don't feel like I need him right now. I mean, I could use his ability to destroy the Ring of Thune, but I'm really not worried right now. So I'm going to go ahead and Chandra's Outrage the Attended Knight. And what that does is it deals 4 damage to target creature and 2 damage to that creature's controller. So thanks to Fire Servant, it's going to do 8 damage to target creature and 4 damage to that creature's controller. So all of my spells are now out of control thanks to the Fire Servant. And I can also just play him out because Ruby Medallion lets me do that. Okay. And then we will offer him a trade. Attack with a Pyre Charger. He could block to save himself some damage, which is what he's doing. So both of our creatures are going to die. He needs to think of an answer real soon, or he's likely not going to live much longer. In fact, I think I could kill him next turn. Okay, main phase for Odric. He's playing Captain's Call. This is a really good card. I played it in my last game, if I remember rightly. This is 4 mana, it's a sorcery, and it puts 3 1/1 white soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield. And so that puts a nice little wall in front of us. We won't be able to get through with creatures, I don't think. But perhaps we won't even need to. So I'm going to play Flames of the Firebrand, this card right here. Deals 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 creatures and or players. 3 damage is not enough to kill him when he's at 5 right now, but keep in mind, Fire Servant is here, so I do think we have the win in the bag. And he is tapped out, so I don't see a safe passage coming from him anytime soon. So we're going to play it, and we're going to send it all to him. Okay, let's see if this works out. It does indeed. We have defeated Odric with surprising ease. I feel kind of bad about that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.